Senate is going to take action on the Social Security. What's happening to you is unfair, un-American. I will fight it all the way.
That was just Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the guy in charge of having a vote and passing the Social Security Fairness Act. I'm going to play you the full video clip of that, as well as the latest of what Republican senators have said about this bill, as there's a huge momentum shift for this bill passing. Now, if you're not going to be affected or benefiting from this bill, it could actually still benefit you, because to be honest, only around 2 billion people out of 70 million Social Security recipients are going to benefit from this bill. But if this bill passes, which, by the way, there hasn't been a big major change to Social Security in 50 years, if this one passes, this could open up more opportunity for other Social Security bills and increases to happen. So I'll give you the latest updates with that and give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So with the Social Security Fairness Act, this is huge, as it is not going to benefit everybody on Social Security, but this bill could have a big momentum shift for other Social Security bills to increase benefits. So take a look at this right here. There's a bill in the Senate to increase Social Security checks for certain pensioners, but will it become law? Another one right here, Social Security Fairness Act nearing death without Senate vote scheduled. So there has been a huge momentum shift. Within the past day, a flood. I don't even have enough time in this video to share all the video clips, as well as all the updates from all Congress members. It's almost like they all got a memo to say, hey, we need to pass the Social Security bill, as this just happened within the past day. So I'm going to play you this right here. This is Republican Senator Cassidy talking about the need to pass this Social Security bill.
I was going to meet Chuck Schumer, and so I raised this issue. And so I think we'll probably get, I'm hoping we get a floor vote. Now, if somebody objects to it, because it does cost $100 billion or something like that, it may be that somebody objects to it based on the fiscal note. I will point out that $100 billion is only 6 months out of the trust fund.
So now he said that just a couple of days, or I think even just the day before, Chuck Schumer said, hey, we're going to pass it. This is what Chuck Schumer said, as Senator Cassidy said, hey, I'm talking with Chuck Schumer to pass a bill. Here's what Chuck Schumer said.
And I am here to tell you, we are going to call the vote. Thank you. First, I want to thank all of you for being here. Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet can stop the workers, the government workers, from getting their Social Security. You're here. So it couldn't have happened without you. And I thank all my brothers and sisters. I'm a labor guy, came from a union family. The union put me in office, so I know how important this is. And I want to thank all my brothers and sisters from labor across the country for the good fight.
Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, is the guy in charge of passing the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, as I mentioned before, it's almost like all Congress members got a big memo and said, hey, we need to talk about the Social Security Fairness Act now. Now, there is a big deadline, because if Congress leaves before the end of the year of 2024, this bill has to start over from scratch. It has to have a vote in the House, then the Senate, then signed by the President. So if this bill doesn't have a vote now, we're going to see big trouble, as we have a deadline of December 20th to fund the government. Otherwise, we're going to have a government shutdown. So there is a lot on Congress's plate, but Social Security should be first. If you appreciate how I share with you all of the video clips, show you exactly the sources where things are coming from, show you the news articles, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as I try to give you as much truth about Social Security as possible. Now, more of what Chuck Schumer said there is, I got all my Democrats lineups to support it. I want you to work. We need 15 Republicans. Let's get them. We're going to have the vote. And then he also said, in America, there's the basic promise that if you work hard all your life, play by the rules, and contribute year after year, then you deserve a secure retirement. That's why I'm doing everything I can to pass the Social Security Fairness Act, and the Senate GOP needs to join us. Now, if only there was this much passion for passing any other Social Security bill, such as the Social Security 2100 Act, which has across the board a Social Security increase, the Social Security Expansion Act, which is from Bernie Sanders, talking about a $2,400 Social Security increase for everybody on top of what they're already getting. Now, this bill is great, but I wish it actually benefited a lot more people. Comment down below if you're going to benefit from the Social Security Fairness Act. If you're not going to benefit from it, do you want this bill or other bills to pass along with it to maybe double your Social Security pay, have not a pathetic 2.5% COLA, but maybe a 5 or 10% COLA? Let me know your thoughts on that. If you're not familiar with the bill or what the latest is, take a listen to Senator Markey in Congress on the floor talking about the need to pass this bill and the benefits of it.
All the issues that they think go to fundamental unfairness in our society. Because right now, an entire generation of teachers and firefighters and postal workers and police officers and public servants of all stripes are being denied the Social Security benefits which they earned. In 1983, the so-called windfall elimination provision slashed retirement benefits in the name of austerity. I was a member of the House of Representatives in the United States Congress in 1983. I voted against the windfall elimination provision. I voted against Republicans. I voted against many Democrats who all were willing to slash the benefits of those hard-working teachers, firefighters, police officers, across the board. And they've lost it for 4 decades because I knew that I was voting for public servants and voting for their families. And I've been fighting for repeal of the windfall elimination provision, as well as the government pension offset, ever since. And I stand here today because we have an opportunity to finally see this repeal through to conclusion. Senator Brown and Senator Collins' Social Security Fairness Act would repeal the windfall elimination provision and the government offset provision. And I'm proud to co-sponsor that bill alongside 60 of my colleagues from both parties. And 60 is the number you need to pass a bill on the floor of the United States Senate. We can restore Social Security benefits for millions of workers now, and we should do it now. 3 million, unbelievable, 3 million public servants and their families around the country, including 130,000 in Massachusetts, and their families are counting on us to get them their earned benefits. They've already done the work, but a 1983 law denies them that check in the mail. No one else in the country was targeted in that bill. Just those public servants, those people who work for each and every one of us every single day. A retired public school teacher in Chicopee, Massachusetts, wrote to me and explained she had dutifully paid into Social Security for decades, earning her right to Social Security and a secure retirement. But late in her career, she answered the call to public service and dedicated her time to educating students in Massachusetts. That's the kind of action that we should value and we should reward. Instead, she was blindsided 10 years later to learn that because of her public service and the modest public pension that she accrued, her Social Security benefits would be cut by $580 a month, which otherwise would be there on her kitchen table for herself, for her family. And now, instead of a secure and dignified retirement, she has to worry about affording rent and medication and groceries. If instead of teaching, she had earned a private pension, she had worked in any other sector of the American economy, or she was wealthy enough to live off of her investments, her Social Security would be safe. The only category are these people who were the public servants. They're the ones who got targeted in 1983. Another constituent from Tingsboro, Massachusetts, wrote me to say that after her father passed away, her mother, a retired school employee, lost over $1,000 a month in Social Security. Now, in addition to mourning her husband, she also struggles to pay bills and meet her basic needs. There are 3 million more stories of injustice and indignity just like this. We know the federal government can be in the business of allowing windfalls. Major corporations hiking up prices on American people while paying effectively no federal taxes, that's a windfall. Private equity cronies making millions off the backs of workers while laying them off and gutting their pensions, that's a windfall. But make no mistake, allowing a third-grade teacher, a town firefighter, and the mailman to receive their hard-earned retirement benefits is not a windfall. Repealing these draconian policies is a matter of justice and dignity for millions of public servants. These workers served their communities and delivered for us every single day. In every city and town across the country, Massachusetts, the president's home state of Pennsylvania, but state after state, the story is the same. And now it is time for us to deliver for them. After 4 decades of fighting and organizing alongside unions and workers and retirees, Congress must repeal these policies once and for all. The Senate may be short on time, but public servants have waited long enough. In the time remaining this year, we must deliver for those 3 million families in our country. They earn this benefit. We have to finally meet the obligation which has been accrued by the American people to those 3 million workers. So let's vote to pass the Social Security Fairness Act. Bring home this win for public servants, their families, and our communities. No matter where you live in America, when you see that firefighter on the fire engine, when you see that police officer rushing to protect a family, when you call the teacher to ask, how is my child doing? Every time you make one of those calls, every time you see one of those people, just know that they're denied. They're denied the benefit which they have earned. They're denied by an act of the United States Congress in 1983. Why them? Why were they singled out? Why wasn't it billionaires? Why wasn't it private equity? Well, the votes were there. And unfortunately, too many Democrats voted for it as well. It's time for us to rectify that historic injustice. It's time for us to provide fundamental fairness for each and every one of those families. This is the time, this is the place. We are the people who must get this done. It goes right to the heart of who we are as a people. If you believe in government, then you must believe in everything that teachers and firefighters and police and everyone else that's in our cities and towns provide for us every single day. And we must have that vote on the Senate floor. We must pass this legislation. We must finally give back to these families what they have earned by their service to us. Mr. President, I thank you, and at this point, I yield back to the presiding officer.
What are your thoughts on what Senator Markey had to say? So it looks like with this huge momentum shift when it comes to Social Security, Congress members just want to say, hey, we did something for Social Security, but then you have the other 67 million people saying, hey, what about us? We want a Social Security increase. We want a Social Security change. Why aren't you doing anything for us? So that's a big question. So that's why I think this bill is really important. Although it's not affecting everybody on Social Security, it could be the catalyst that forces change to Social Security in general. As not only Congress members, but we have a lot of public pressure on Congress members to have this vote for Social Security. So I'll keep you updated what happens with that, and that is all the news that I have for you today. To hopefully brighten your day a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella's tip of the day. I want to say that never let bad vibes take over you. You have to let the good vibes just let you free. You have to always be good and always be humble and always be great to everybody. And I love making these tip of the days for you guys because you guys are my friends. Bye! I want to do tip of the day. Tip of the day. Hi guys. Hi. This is my tip of the day. I want to say don't go on the road. If you cross, you'll get smushed. And have a great day. Bye.
If you haven't caught the fiery, passionate speech from Representative John Larson just from a couple days ago, you're going to want to click this video over here as he talks about the need for Social Security enhanced and increased benefits. You're not going to want to miss what he says there. He is a great speaker and he is fighting for Social Security increase. So click that video now and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.